Hello everybody, it's Nina, and I'm here today with the Neat and Tangled reveal of the Maple Leaves and Stamps stamp set and die. And this whole week is full of Neat and Tangled inspiration. It's leading up to the full reveal on Friday, which was when all of the products will be available to purchase in the Neat and Tangled shop. Right now, I'm taking the stamp set and I'm doing some heat embossing onto some watercolor paper. I'm going to do some watercoloring, so I want this paper to be nice and sturdy. The stamp set's a really neat set. It has some great leaves in here and so many neat sentiments that you can apply onto the little banner that goes across the panel. It makes for a really neat stamp set to make all sorts of different fall-themed cards. So to do my watercoloring, I'm using Distress Inks. I've got picked raspberry, scattered straw, peeled paint, rusty hinge, seedless preserves, and fired brick red, and later on I will be bringing in some forest moss. I'm going to do some watercoloring, so I've got my paintbrushes here. Just going to start applying all of my base coats onto this panel here, using different colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the first coats of color, and then I'll come back when we get towards the end of the coloring and when we get to the rest of the card then as well. So now I'm starting in adding my shadows, and I'm using some walnut stain at the moment and adding in some darker color along where the light would be casting shadows on these leaves. Now I'm taking some pumice stone and antique linen, and I'm going to start with my background. I'm taking the antique linen and creating my wash, which I'm then fading into white, using my rag to help me achieve this look. And now I'm going to start adding in some pumice stone, and I started off with a light mixture of pumice stone and antique linen mixed together, and I decided to keep adding more pumice stone as I went on because I wanted the shadows to be a little bit more contrasted, and doing it in the light, gradually adding to the darker, was helping me achieve the right contrast that I wanted. I didn't end up with too dark all at once. So I'll just keep adding in those shadows until I'm happy with it. Now that I've finished my watercoloring and I've dried it, I've cut this panel out with the die, and I'm just popping up the different areas where the die cut out the leaves. This leaf die actually partially cuts all of these different leaves, and it's a really great way to be able to add some dimension by just slipping some little foam pieces in between the paper. So now I've cut this panel down, and I've tied some ribbon and some twine around it. I've also die cut the edges using the Lawn Fawn Stitch Borders dies. And this is going to go behind my little leaf panel here. So I'll just take some foam tape and attach it to the back side. So now I'm taking some foam, craft foam, and I'm going to be using this to apply some dimension to the back of my little panel here. I like using craft foam for larger pieces of paper, as this helps keep the paper from having any depressed edges or areas on the paper, and it helps everything stay nice and flat. So I'll just put some tape on the back of this and then attach it to my cream card base. I'm just using cream because it matched the antique linen very nicely. So now I'm taking my Wink of Stella glitter and I'm applying it over top of all the leaves. I'm brushing it off in between each leaf color, just so that way I don't contaminate any of the other leaves with a separate color. And now I'm taking some sequins from Pretty Pink Posh and I'm just attaching them onto my panel here using some glossy accents. I like the hold that glossy accents gives on my sequins. I always know that they're never going to fall off in the mail when I use the glossy accents. And this is going to complete my card. So I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to stop over at my blog where I'll have more pictures and inspiration for this card as well as the products used. And also be sure to hang around for the rest of the week, as we have all sorts of fun things going on for the Neat and Tangled release, and the products will be released for purchase on Friday. As an extra bonus, I also have another card over at my blog featuring this same stamp set, so be sure to head on over there to see that as well. And thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you again soon.